Books that remember us. Elara, a girl who preferred the whisper of paper to the roar of the playground, stepped through the heavy oak doors. Behind a desk made of a single gnarled tree root sat Silas. Around him, books didn't sit still. They hovered in midair, their pages fluttering like the wings of sleepy birds. "The library has been waiting for you, Elara," Silas whispered, his voice like dry leaves. On a pedestal sat a book bound in moss-green velvet. It had no title on the spine, but as she reached out, silver ink began to swirl across the cover, forming her own name, Elara. The book felt warm, pulsing gently like a tiny, paper heart. She opened the book, and instead of printed words, liquid ink rose from the pages. It formed a scene she had long suppressed, a day at the old pond when she was 5, the cold water rising, and the paralyzing fear of being lost. The memory glowed with a sharp, chilly light that made the library around her seem to flicker. Silas appeared at the end of the aisle, his expression grave. "The library lives on the truths we keep," he explained, gesturing to a shelf that was vanishing. "When we hide our fears too deeply, the library loses its foundation. It is fading because you are forgetting who you are." The ink from Elara's book spilled onto the floor, turning into a shadow of that cold, dark pond. It reached for her ankles, smelling of damp earth and forgotten tears. Elara wanted to run, to hide in the fiction sections where things were safe and predictable. "You cannot outrun a story that is already written in your heart, Elara. To save this place, you must finish the chapter." She remembered the fear, but she also remembered the hand that had pulled her out, and the strength she had found in her own lungs to scream for help. "I remember," she whispered. "It was scary, but I was brave." The shadow exploded into a kaleidoscope of golden butterflies. The ink rushed back into the book, rewriting the pages with vibrant illustrations of her courage. Silas walked Elara to the great oak doors as the sun began to set over Oakhaven. He handed her the green velvet book, now finished and firm. "The library never forgets," he said with a wink. Elara stepped outside, no longer just a quiet girl, but a girl who knew her own story, every shadow and every light.